Evenson. Welcome to my sacred laundry room once again. Today I would like to talk a little bit about spiritual partnership, spiritual relationship. I'm very fortunate, I would say, that my husband and I have been married, oh my gosh, it's been 47 years. We met in 1968, so we got married in 70. And I think if I would attribute our relationship, the success of our relationship to any one thing, I believe it would be our spiritual practice that we share in common, that we pray together, we meditate together, we sing and chant together, we go on walks together, we dream together, we intend our life to be a certain way together. So how does one do that? Obviously, everyone isn't necessarily going to be compatible exactly in that way, but it is something to consider developing. And if you are really serious about having a healthy, positive, long-lasting, loving, and wonderful relationship. So Dean and I are kind of weird. Well, we do bless our food every night, we do. And we both grew up that way, so maybe that's part of it. A lot of people just dive right into the meal. But I feel like taking a little moment to pause and just be thankful, and I don't care who you're praying to or how that all comes out. It's the God of your understanding. It's the Mother Earth. It's the people that have worked hard to grow the food and bring it to your table and put it on your plate. The cook who made it, which might be you, might be your partner. So taking a moment to express gratitude and just appreciation for something as simple as your evening meal. Our kids kind of put up with us all the years of growing up. We'd be at a restaurant and we'd all hold hands and just kind of silent, bless the food, and we still do that, usually, anyway. So that's just a simple way to consider enjoying each other and connecting with spirit. Dean and I also, we do yoga and we meditate. We do that individually and together. So we each have our own morning practice, and he tends to get up earlier than I do, and he's got a lovely little place in the barn where he does his meditation and his yoga and his qigong and everything. So he's very disciplined that way. I have my practice right here in my laundry room, my sacred laundry room. It was the one place in the house where I had a little bit of, I could spread out a mat and be able to do my own have my own quiet time. So I think the idea of having individual practices and also joining together practices. Dean and I also particularly enjoy in the evenings after our meal meditating together. We do a lot of toning and chanting. We sing. We're musicians, so we actually do play music, but it isn't that you absolutely have to be a trained musician to be able to play music. I think there's one of the things we've been getting into is drumming. Frame drumming is a fun way to work it, or just keeping rhythms. We can all keep a beat. We don't even need a drum. So there's something from the rhythm. Dean plays a Native American flute. It's a pentatonic scale, so it's 5 notes, and you can't make it sound bad. It sounds good. So simple flute playing is an idea to sort of, if you want to develop some simple ways of playing music. He plays his flute and I'll do the drumming, or I play my harp and he does his silver flute. He plays the piano, and I'll sometimes just sit with him by the piano, and I don't certainly play like he does, but I see what notes he's playing and we play together, or I'll play my big harp and then he'll play the piano, or so that's what we do as musicians. But I don't ever want to have anybody feel that they can't enjoy music or even playing music just because they aren't officially trained as a musician. Because the other thing that you can do is sing. And I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. We sing. That's a song we sing. I used to sing lullabies to my kids. So there's that mother voice that is a wonderful quality of singing. But singing together, and then I personally love to just sort of make up songs when I'm going for a walk in nature, or even when I'm driving in the car, or sometimes I'll make up a song that's, kind of just dealing with something that I'm wanting to understand, and I'll create a sort of a mantra or a little chant. Whatever it is, whatever your path is, whether you're a Christian or a Buddhist or a Muslim or the Muslims, now they have a system that's I think worth being aware of. They pray 5 times a day, so morning and mid-morning, noon, mid-afternoon, night. Take some time and pray. You don't have to do it in the way they do it. Maybe you're not a Muslim, you're something else, or maybe you don't even have a sense of a religion, and that's fine too. I think what we're discovering in this day and age, when the world has become so small and we're able to really look around and we're able to see the different and learn and read about all the different spiritual practices and the different faiths that people have had throughout the ages and have on the planet right now at this time, there's truth in most of them. And the Native American practice of loving the earth, there's that aspect of just going out and praying to the earth. That's a very, just making an offering of just a prayer for the planet, a prayer for Mother Earth, blessing the soil, blessing your garden, blessing the trees, hugging a tree. Nothing wrong with that. But the more we can do it, if we're looking to enhance our relationship, the more we can do it in partnership with our good friend, our best friend, I think you will be very happy to find that your relationship will be very uplifted. And it also will give you a grounding, a kind of a sense of support, that when you do come across difficult times, or perhaps you have a communication challenge, or maybe you have some conflict that you're having trouble solving, that you can fall back onto your spiritual path and your spiritual understanding to get through those times. Maybe your whole family goes through something and you need to, there's such an important blessing that comes when you can pray with your children, when you can kind of maybe, before you run off to everybody to their school or work or wherever they're going off to in the morning, that they could just, could take a quiet moment. Some people I know do some toning or oming with their children, or maybe they, do some kind of other kind of prayer at breakfast, or, so I expand the concept of partnership to include families and to include groups, because the more we can find that commonality, that we are all one, that we are all in this together, that we are all mutually supporting each other, then I believe we are going to be pleasantly surprised, at least, if not just satisfied, with the depth and improved quality of our relationships. So please do let me know what you have discovered that works for you in your relationship. Visit our blog at soundings.com and comment on it. I'm always happy to see what people are finding in their own lives, because we're each coming from a different place. I feel like we're the eyes and ears and hands of God or Goddess, and we each see a different part of this beautiful creation, and we each help create it. We each are participants in the creation of this life that we have, and that the life that interacts with every other life. So bring spirit into your life, into your relationship, into your home, and into your workplace. And I guarantee your life will improve and things will get better. Asking for guidance, we open to guidance, and whatever that form it takes, and then be alert and be listening. And I would imagine you're going to find the answers that you're looking for. Blessings to you and your family and your relationship.